The cost of a wedding can be very expensive, but more couples, they seem to be okay with that.
Yeah, Jeff is here to explain why couples are choosing to increase their wedding budgets. The couples are, not necessarily moms and dads who are paying for it, right?
Oh, that's right. As far as we can tell, the couples are investing money in this. Not sure how much of that falls on the parents' laps. But I can tell you this, that if you take this from an economic perspective, it certainly looks good because it shows that people are investing money in something that they could easily cut back on. The economy may be improving. Now, according to the website thenot.com, last year the average couple spent just under $30,000 on the big day. That's up 5% from the previous year. In 2009, when the recession was in full swing, 34% of couples said the economy had impacted their wedding budget. That number has now dropped to 20%. Now, the cost of catering comes in at just over $13,000, and then another big ticket item is that engagement ring, which is about $6,000. And even though people may be spending more on their weddings, something that remains popular is renting dresses. What brides are starting to figure out is that they don't need to spend several $1,000s on a dress that they're only going to wear once. Instead, they can just spend a few $100s, rent the dress, and give it back.
Everything she's wearing is rented except for her shoes. That's a $2,900 dress that has been rented for $495.
Yeah, that practice is becoming more popular, and then where you get married also seems to factor into the cost of the wedding. For example, those who got hitched in New York spent an average of $87,000 on their wedding, and in Utah and Idaho, they spent less than $17,000. And also something to note is that couples are bringing in fewer guests for their wedding. This is not so much a cost issue, but I think they're just being more careful about who they invite, and they're focusing their event altogether on just expanding the event itself and bringing more events to the table rather than more guests to the table.
All about the experience, huh?
Yeah, and they're trying to draw it out over the course of the weekend. You know, not just the wedding and the reception, but they also want some fun on the day after. And maybe they're saving money for their honeymoon.
Oh, they
too.
draw it out big time, because before the wedding, they got to set up a web page, and they got to have the video of the proposal, and they got to. I'm not kidding.
No,
That's
I
what
know.
they do.
They have engagement pictures now.
Yeah.
Engagement this and that. It's a lot of money.
There's a lot that goes into it. Yeah, I tell you what, the one that inspires me the most is just the simple beach-style wedding. It's cheap. The guests arrive in flip-flops, and look at that set.
So a destination wedding is what you're saying.
Yeah, somewhat. I think you can do it in California.
Cheap. I would hold on to that.
That's
I don't know that it's
too,
cheap.
but it's not as much because a lot of it comes with it.
Yeah.
You're not picking all these extra things, but we get you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Well, we're just looking for the invite to your wedding, so we'll anxiously await that.
It's in the mail.
I'll bet it is, yeah.